Adults, what is something you'd love receiving as a gift but no one even considers giving you because you're an adult? Story 1. So I'm 34 now and no longer with this girl, but for my 32nd birthday my girlfriend at the time did a scavenger hunt around the house with little gifts for each step and a weekend away as the final gift. Definitely one of my cooler birthdays as an adult. Story 2. A few Nancy Drew books. My parents didn't have money for books. The small Catholic school library offered books on saints, US presidents and their wives. The public library wasn't in walking distance. I lied when Susan, a classmate, accused me of befriending her for the sleuth's books. 55 years later, I'll fess up, yes, I preferred my time with Nancy more than you. Story 3. Legit anything that glows in the dark. I think it's so fun, but since I'm grown I get basic non-glowy stuff.
Growing up, my brother had glow-in-the-dark stars and moons stuck to the ceiling of his room. I was always jealous of them, and I think it would be the coolest thing to have my own little galaxy in my room now.
Story 4. Stuffed animals. I'm never going to be too old to love them. Story 5. A trip to Legoland or Build-A-Bear. Always wanted to go to both places, but never got to. Story 6. Those drawing things where you put a pen inside a circle and it moves like a cog inside a bigger circle and creates a pattern. Story 7. Stickers. I won't put them on anything and you'll never see it again once you've gifted it to me, but it will remain forever a highly cherished gift.
If you have a hard time committing to putting stickers on things, buy some sheets of magnet paper. Put the stickers on that, cut them out, and now you have a bunch of magnets you can use for years.
Story 8. No one has given me an Easter egg in years. I love Easter eggs and make sure my kids and ex-wife are sorted each year. But no one ever gets me one in return. Story 9. I would love a realistic-looking, high-quality T-Rex toy that I can pack in my suitcase and take it with me wherever I go. It should be big enough to swallow a Lego human whole. I still think T-Rex is awesome. Story 10. There's a place called Bounce Below that is basically a subterranean trampoline park in some underground caves in Wales. I really wanted to go for my birthday a few years back, but it didn't happen. So I took a long weekend, booked a slot, bought a tent and went camping in Wales. It was the greatest. I am so excited to take my son when he is old enough. Story 11. I got a call from a friend. She said it's a birthday and we should all come over. I got the date, time and event correct, but not whose birthday it was, although I was confident it was for a kid. Why else would she say, bring the whole family? We show up and I'm frankly concerned by all the craft beer with bows and balloons on it. I set our gift bag down and we join the party. Shortly after, her husband shouts with joy and wants to know who got him the big Lego set. Well, that was me, and you're welcome. So, my answer is Legos. Adults want Legos. Story 12. My boyfriend grew up watching those old Western movies. John Wayne is still his hero after 23 years of life. He never even had a play cowboy hat growing up, and he had always wanted a black one. I got him this nice solid black cowboy hat from George Strait's line, didn't know he had one until I went shopping for Christmas one year. I've only seen that man cry just a few times in our 5 years of dating, and that was one of them. Story 13. Art kits. Used to get them almost every year as a kid. When I started going to college, the kits stopped coming. Story 14. I'd like to get a birthday or Christmas gift that I had no hand in planning or acquiring. Like a wrapped package that I genuinely have no idea what is inside.
My sister did something like this for me once. I was visiting her and my nieces for the day, and at some point while the kids had wandered off, we got to talking about various things, and I mentioned offhandedly that I had recently read a book that made a massive impact in my life, and that I should really get myself a copy since I'd like to refer back to it occasionally, instead of having to check it out from the library every time. A few days later she texted me and asked what was the name of that book. I figured she wanted to read it to see what I saw in it. But then about a week later a package arrived addressed to me, and I wasn't expecting a package. It was the book.
Story 15. I'm 53 and my partner buys me action figures constantly. I would have loved all the superhero shit that's available today when I was a kid, so he gets it for me now. Story 16. I am absolutely craving a trip to a park with a playground in it so I can ride the swings. Swings were a happy place for me as a child. I don't drive and can't afford ride services. Story 17. I just want a gift that wasn't my idea. I don't want it to be picked off my Amazon wishlist. I don't want it to be something I name dropped. I want it to be something that someone saw and it made them think of me. I've only received one since the age of like 14. It was a relatively plain necklace from a dear friend that I still cherish more than any of my fancier pieces of jewelry. Story 18. Checking in on me. I'm the mum, so I'm the conduit for checking how everyone is in the family and who everyone goes to when they need help. Would be nice for someone to check in on me for a short minute once in a while. Failing that, I'm Mr. Frosty. Always wanted one as a child and never received one, and even though I make cracking slushies in our NutriBullet, I'd be beyond myself with happy if I got that little penguin. Story 19. Flowers. As a man, we never receive them. Story 20. I asked for river rocks to paint. My kids got a set for Christmas and I did it with them. Then we left our painted rocks on a local trail for other kids to find. Kindness rocks are very popular in my town. I enjoyed doing it so much that for my birthday I asked for rocks, spray paints and paint pens so I could do it whenever I wanted. It's very soothing. We have a number of local attractions in our town, and my favorite thing to do is paint the scene of the attraction on the rock and leave it at the site for someone to find. If you've gotten this far and enjoying the content, please leave a comment of your own story. We'd love to make a video of them in the future. Story 21. Give a man a survival knife and tell him to go play in the woods by himself. In the South, if you were outdoorsy, we got them as kids at like 9 to 10. Come back 2 hours later, there will be a fort, a fire, maybe even dinner. It's adult playtime. Story 22. 12-pack of Play-Doh, the ultimate 150 Crayola crayon set, the one with the sharpener and some drawing paper. I'll turn into an 8-year-old. Story 23. An original Polly Pocket. They were so well made and I just love how perfectly miniature everything was. Story 24. I want the Calico Critters house and all the little animals so much. I just want to sit and play and send those darling animals on adventures and forget that the real world is on effing fire. Story 25. Those sneakers that light up whenever you take a step.
Honestly, you should go for it. I ordered a pair for myself online for and giggles when my kid and I were at the mall and he found a pair at the Journey store. I've had a blast sliding around the house with him in them. He's still at the age where I'm still cool, so he was excited we were matching, and it made me feel a bit like a kid again. So it's been a win-win in my book.
Story 26. An ice cream cake for my birthday. The wife always said it was too hot in August to bring one home in the car, but always managed to bring her ice cream home with no problem. After 27 years I'm in divorce proceedings. I'm going to celebrate by buying my own goddamn ice cream cake. Story 27. A light bright. I bought one for my 5-year-old son for Christmas so I could use it and he loves it. It makes me so happy. Any kind of gimmicky candy or treats or cookies. I love that stuff. And Rainbow Bright or Cabbage Patch Kid stuff. I love it and will snatch up anything I find at a thrift store. Actually, I'm currently working on restoring 5 thrift Cabbage Patch Kid and my own childhood one this weekend. Story 28. Remote-controlled cars, planes or helicopters. They were fun when I was 8 and they are even more fun now.
And last Christmas my dream came true. So for the whole year whenever I was asked what I wanted for Christmas I always said I wanted a remote-controlled car, and everyone always assumed I was joking because why would a 32-year-old want a toy for Christmas? My son got one for his birthday 2 days before Christmas and he was having a blast, and to be honest I was a bit jealous. So we always set a budget of €50 per present on Christmas so it doesn't go over the top. But my brother-in-law decided to completely ignore it this time and got me a really nice RC car for around €300. That thing is the shiz. It's a 4-wheel drive off-road short course truck and it goes 50 kilometers per hour. It's so much fun and I'm having a blast on weekends when my son and I go off-roading with our RC cars. I got the best brother-in-law I can imagine.
Story 29. I'd like some of them pills that turn into Dino sponges when you put them in water. Story 30. 1 week, totally alone. No obligations, just me. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to Thread Talk for more content like this. Also, don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out. Have a dope day and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers!